the 5 basic minor open chords. In addition to the 5 basic major chords, these are the 5 basic minor chords that are commonly used in music. These chords are foundational building blocks for many songs across a variety of genres and can help beginners develop the necessary skills to play more complex chords and progressions. We're going to start with A minor. The A minor chord is played by placing your second finger on the second fret of the 4th string. You're going to put your third finger on the second fret of the 3rd string and your first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. You can play all 5 strings, but since it is the A minor chord, it is a 5th string root, so it's a good idea anyway to play the root note up. It has a more somber sound and is often used in ballads, blues, and rock music, as well as pop music. Now we're going to do the C minor open chord shape. But the overall form or shape of the chord is what is most important. The C minor chord, like all minor chords, has a kind of melancholic sound, a reflective sound, and it is often used in ballads and in pop music. The D minor chord is next. The D minor chord is played by placing your first finger on the 1st fret of the 1st string, your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Leave the 4th string open and play from the 4th string up, and you're playing D minor in its root position. You can play it from the 5th string up. However, you do not want to play all 6 strings with the D minor chord. And again, like all minor chords, it has a haunting, somber sound, and you hear it a lot in blues, ballads, and rock music. Now we're going to move on to the E minor chord. The E minor chord is played by placing your second finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string and your third finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And you want to leave all the other strings open. Now E minor is a 6-string root chord, so you can play from the 6th string and play all 6 strings. And again, the E minor chord has a melancholy sound to it, a reflective sound, and is often used in ballads and pop music. And finally, we're going to be playing the G minor chord. For the G minor chord, we're going to be placing our second finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. We're going to place our index finger or our first finger on the 1st fret of the 5th string. Place your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and finally your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And G minor is also a 6-string root chord, so you want to play all 6 strings. And you want to make sure that you hear the note on the 5th string clearly. And that's going to give you a G minor chord. The G minor chord has a strong sound and a very open sound. Okay, it's very dark and dramatic, and again, you hear it often in ballads and in rock music. In conclusion, the 5 basic minor chords in their open shapes are C minor, A minor, G minor, E minor, and D minor. Again, when you play the chords confidently, you want to start focusing on transitioning to the chords from the bass note of the chord or the lowest pitch note of the chord first, and then place down the other fingers. Along with the 5 basic major open chord shapes, these chords are important for beginning guitarists to learn. They provide a foundation for playing many different songs in many different genres and can help you develop the necessary skills to become a skilled and versatile player, as well as a great musician. So here's a quick example about how minor chords kind of have this sad or somber feeling to them. So I'm going to play D minor, then A minor, and then E minor. Now if you listen very closely, a lot of people refer to this as a dark sound or a somber sound and even a sad sound in comparison to the major chords. So if I play the same chords in major, you'll hear a striking difference. So major chords, often people say, have a happy quality to them, and they're strong and they're bold, and some people refer to that as brightness. And it's not really an emotional connection to the actual chords themselves, but it's kind of more of how it actually sounds. So you can create a really reflective mood depending on using the difference between major and minor chords. So as you get a stronger sense of what the chords sound like, you're going to be able to create chord progressions that express the kind of feeling or mood that you're going for in the song or music that you're writing. For more information, check out myguitargreatness.com. Let me know what you think, and good luck.